You're still struggling to put on that muscle. Most importantly, you're still struggling to put on that muscle mass. Guys, this is my day 3 of this workout series. So make sure you're joining me. We're going to be doing a push workout, 30 minutes. All you need is a set of dumbbells. That's all you need to build muscle at home. So make sure you're joining me now with this 30-minute workout. It's a beginner routine. Let's get started right now. So welcome to this workout. We're doing legs and triceps today. You're watching Harjit channel. I'm going to take you through a 30-minute full routine. So you just follow me all the way through the routine and show you exactly how the workout should be done and how it should be set when you're actually a beginner to building muscle mass. It's very important that you don't work too fast through workout. You're trying to not exert too much energy. You want to burn less calories as possible, but you want to also sufficiently break down muscle properly in order to grow bigger. And just before we get into the workout, just make sure you grab yourself a mat if you're not working on a softer floor, because some of the exercises might require lying down or sitting on the floor, as well as just grab yourself a chair. I'm going to use my bench chair just to imitate the chair position for one of the exercises. Today's going to be just literally legs and a triceps, and all you're going to need is your dumbbell weight. And lastly, it's very important to warm up just before you go into your workout. The last thing you want to do is pull a muscle, but also you want your muscles to be working properly so you can actually lift more, engage more of the muscle just by warming it up first. So if you just click the card on the right up here, that's going to take you to my 5-minute warm-up. So all you need to do is pause the video here right now just before we get started with the full workout. Do your 5-minute warm-up, come back to this video, and we're going straight in for that 30-minute leg and tricep workout. So let's go ahead into the workout. I've got my weight sets. I've grabbed a few different sets of dumbbells. I know I can work with my legs. Once you get through the workout you're going through, you'll know what kind of weight you'll need to lift. So the first exercise is going to be a dumbbell sumo squat. We can call it what you want. We can have a weighted squat, prisoner squat. You get different ones. It's simply just the best way to do it is going to be actually holding the weight at your chest here. I'm going to use a 1-minute work time. So already started into that minute. And you're just going to sit as deep as you can, bringing your elbows to touch in your inner thighs, and then just come back up. I find this position better when you're doing the squat because it keeps your back straight. Doing the actual sumo squat, you have the weight hanging down between the legs, but that can also cause an anterior tilt forward. So working 1 minute on every single exercise and then taking a 1-minute rest time. And 1 minute is a long work time. So you're just pacing yourself. There's no rush. You just want to get good quality reps. Take some pauses at the top. And just breathe through, focusing on just the muscle engagement. So I'm in for a 1-minute rest. And then I'm going to go in again. So I'm going to do set-by-set training. If you follow the previous workouts, make sure you do follow the previous workouts. This is day 3. You're taking 1-minute rest, doing 3 sets. So set-by-set training here. Least amount of expenditure, least calorie burn. So these workouts are not about burning the most calories and feeling great about them. The more you burn, the more problems you're going to get to build muscle mass, because of the surplus calorie diet that is required. At the moment, you'll find as a beginner stage, to get the calorie intake that you require, it's very difficult. It's probably not even going to be in any form sustainable to try to get that amount of food and quantity in. So do not overburn yourself out in workouts. So no long workouts. These 30-minute ones are sufficient enough to get enough breakdown of muscle, as well as then to trying to feed the body. So let's go ahead, another minute going into those weighted squats. So just keeping that good form. So trying to limit the bend of your knees when they're coming forward. So trying to keep them pretty much where they are if you can, and then just sort of going into a 90 degrees bend sitting position. Taking another minute. So Again, you can sit down at this point, whatever you feel like doing. You've got the chair there, just go ahead and sit down. The idea is, like I said, to burn less calories. That's very important. Don't need to keep moving around, even if you feel like you can keep going and just suddenly go jumping into other exercises. That's the thing you don't want to do. You have to think smart about your training. I've been there before. It's not something you want to do because it just burns and torches extra calories. Yes, you get through things faster. Yes, you get a little bit more, but it's not the right time when you're starting out to do those things. Yeah, those things will work later down the line when you find that you can eat a surplus amount of calories. It's working for you. Your weight's actually creeping up. You're putting it on. Then you can obviously go into different types and styles of training. But when you're first starting, this is what you need to do. It's very important. You pace yourself and not focus on overburning, overtraining in the gym. That's just not going to help you. You're just going to get smaller and smaller. Let's go for that third set. All right, just taking a minute rest. 3 sets done. We're gonna move on to the next exercise. We're gonna stay with legs here. We're working on 3 different exercises on legs before moving on to our triceps at the end. And now we're gonna go with some static lunges. You're gonna find the weight will need to be lighter than if you were doing this particular sumo squat exercise. Some dumbbells for this one. So I'm gonna grab those and I'm gonna show you from the side, going into these static lunges. And also, same thing, we're gonna work 1 minute on each leg. So again, you wanna take your time. It's a lot of work time. So you pace yourself through every single rep, make sure it's a good quality rep. You have to have a little pause in between. You pause and just do as many as you can. Make sure you're counting the reps on this one. So as many as you end up with on one leg, you wanna repeat that same on the other leg. So the posture that you're gonna have on this one is keeping your chest down, shoulders around the back, and you want to keep your knee and your ankle line on the front, so you've got a good right angle there, as well as a right angle on the back here. So we're going in for our 1 minute work time, staying in that position, and then just push through. Make sure you're not pushing through the ball of your feet. Try to push through the heels, so you're engaging all through your calves, your hamstrings, and your quads and glutes, and not through your knees and shins. All right, so you're gonna take a 1 minute rest. I'm not even gonna switch straight over. You get some exertion when you're doing the exercise. As much as you feel like going in straight to the other leg, it's better to actually rest there. You'll find that the other leg will be a lot harder to do, because even though you're doing one leg at a time, still both legs are engaging, and it just becomes difficult to get the same amount of reps and the quality on the other leg. So just take that 1 minute rest, and then we're going through again. And the thing that you might want to be wary of through the exercise is to avoid the anterior tilt. So when you're doing the lunge, not to lean forward, so keep your chest out, back straight. And the other one is the balance. If you're finding a little bit off balance, sometimes it's just a case of you having too much of a parallel footing here. So front foot forward, the back one there also facing point forward, but make sure you space it out. Give a good shoulder width space out. That will give you the balance, so you don't feel like you're falling over. If you've got that straight, almost vertical line, your balance is not going to be great. So let's go in switching legs. I'm going to just make sure I do the same reps that I completed. So even if you go past your 1 minute time, just make sure you finish the same reps on the other leg. All right. All right, just shake it off. Lunges will definitely get you. So don't go extremely heavy when you're first starting out with the exercise. You will find your legs will start fatiguing away, start getting a little shake in your legs. And doing roughly 3 exercises on legs is more than enough to feel the after effects of the muscle soreness that you will get. So just shake the legs off. Another good one. You can also kneel down on the floor. It gives you a little stretch into the thighs, relaxes there, and just feels like it gives you that little bit more recovery if you need it going in for your next set. So again, 15 seconds. And make sure you start, same leg you started with last time. If you're finding that you completely got out of balance, like I did on a couple of reps there, that's perfectly normal. You're also going to find that even if you started with great balance, as you go through the workout, your legs are getting tired. Just even to keep the stability, your legs will maybe throw you off a little bit sometimes. Feel like a bit jelly-like. Nothing wrong with that. You just readjust your footing again. Just keep going. Finish it as much as you can. If you start to really struggle, not even getting close to those reps you were doing, or just feel like you can't even push another rep, you've got so much time left of that minute, then just get away from the weights. Drop the weights and go with body weight. That's all you need to do. You're still gonna feel it. The muscle's getting tired. It's not about how much you lift. That's one of the other things about muscle building. It's not about the weight of how much you lift. It's all about good quality form. Do you feel the muscle fatiguing? That's the main whole purpose of when you're doing the exercises. So switching legs. All right, one more to go. Resting out that 1 more minute. Feeling the legs shaking. Weighing heavy, nothing like you could probably barbell squat, but it's just the movements. You don't have to always focus on barbell squatting, heavy pressing, leg pressing. It's just using your own body, the form, and going with the harder exercises. So lunges, split squats, they're the kind of exercises that are difficult on the legs and you don't really need any weight. You only need it when you get stronger on the legs. You can exceed a certain rep zone past like 15. Then you start adding some weight to the exercise to make sure you're progressing. All right, 5 seconds. Going back. First leg. As you saw there, you can stop at any time you want. Shake your legs off. It's only going to get harder. Your legs are going to feel more like jelly as you do more of these exercises. So I was feeling that one. Didn't manage the same amount of reps, 2 reps less than I did in my first and second set, which is fine. That's just muscle fatiguing. That's exactly what you're aiming for. So don't make yourself feel bad thinking you didn't reach the rep zone. The rep zones ain't important. The most important thing is the failure of the muscle. That's all that's important. That's you breaking down the muscle enough, and then the main focus then becomes all about the repairing time. 15 seconds, finishing third set. Just switching up your legs. Going in 5. All right, whew, feeling that one, and you should too if you're getting this far through the workout and you're using the right set of dumbbells, the right kind of weight for you. If you tend to fail around between 10 and the 15 zone on the legs, that's the perfect weight distribution that you're looking for, and that's more than enough weight to get you through. You don't have to start lifting more and more and then going down much lower reps at this stage. All right, so we're gonna just take that minute rest. This time, your chair. So we're gonna go onto this. So I'm gonna grab the upright bench here, imitate that chair movement. We're gonna do a 90-degree sit squat here. This time you can go a lot heavier with the dumbbell. So now we're resting and now working on the shock into the thighs here. So you're gonna rest and then push, sort of explode up your body through the heels and literally locks in and activates those quads. Then go with a slightly heavier dumbbell. So let's go. sitting upright position, coming slightly in, have a good parallel position here. So you're keeping your knees, legs sort of lined with your hips. So I'm not going out too wide with the squat here. More quad dominant exercise. Again, same position as the first exercise. Keep that weight up and then push through your heels and then back down again. So it's a nice one to have a little rest. When you sit down, legs get to relax, and all you do is focus on the press, and that's when your thighs start to lock up. All right, 1 minute rest. You can always change up your weight depending on what weight you have. Another tip, if you only got a set of dumbbells, which using one is not heavy enough, you can use both dumbbells. All you gotta do is grab both to show you. So you can use both dumbbells in this position and just sit the ball of those dumbbells in between the chest here and your shoulders. So you can hold in that position, drive up, back down again. You do want to try to keep strict form on the exercise. So again, trying to avoid the rocking. Although you're sitting down, make sure you're not rocking back and forward. You don't want to just use momentum to just sort of swing up like that. Sit upright and then push. Push through those heels. Get those quads active and lock up. In 4 seconds, going again. All right, again, take your 1 minute, one more set to go, and that will be the end of the legs. Oh yeah, always feels good to just finish those legs. No one in the industry, not many like working legs, but it's a muscle that's well required to work. We need it for strength, stability, you need it for general overall function of many exercises, so you have enough strength and balance to complete other exercises. So don't skip leg day, very important. It will impact your growth when you're moving into other muscle groups and they get stronger, because you won't have the stability muscles to go heavier on other exercises as your body gets stronger. All right, last set. All right, that takes the end of the legs. So quickly gonna set up the next bit. This is where the mat comes in. If you're on a carpet, that's fine, soft surface. Brilliant. If you need to grab yourself a mat, do so. Get the chair out of the way. Or your bench, wherever you're working. So we're gonna start off with some dumbbell skull crushers. For this exercise, grab a couple dumbbells that you can work with. Start light if you're not sure, and then you can always add some more weight to your dumbbells or increase if you've got fixed weights like I have. 15 seconds. Let's quickly run through. We're going to be doing dumbbell skull crushers, lying down supine, so back flat on the floor. So this exercise, straight out. So for this one, your palms facing up. Here, as on the way down, you're going to turn them in. So you're turning them in and then coming down. So you've got to get that good right angle now here in between the elbows and the shoulders, and you're going to push through. So bring the weight down as far as you can to your shoulders, and as you push through, I want you to start rotating your palms back outward. So the weights are like that, straight in line. So all the way down, and breathe out as you get to the top. And try to keep those weights nice and close together, so you don't have this huge gap like you're pushing the weights completely away from you outside like this. So make sure they're coming in like that, and your elbows, your arms always staying in line with your shoulders. Okay, don't want your elbows pushing out, keep them in, and then push through, and that will engage all 3 tricep heads. Okay, that's a minute. So take that little rest there. 1 minute. If you need to go heavier anytime in the waist, that's where you'll know if you're managing to get through the minute all the way through, passing a 15 rep zone, then definitely need to go a little bit heavier. So as you see, strict form is very important in this exercise, not the amount of weight you lift. You can always push a bit more with this exercise, but what you'll notice is if the form isn't correct, you'll start to engage your shoulder muscles. So you'll have a lot of an anterior press coming out from there. So from that moment, you'll end up using those shoulders and always forcing the weight up. So it's almost turning into a shoulder press type of exercise, and that's not what you want to do. So you want to make sure you're only feeling all your tricep head around the back of the arm, and your shoulders feeling pretty relaxed all the way through. If you start getting some tightness in your shoulders, you feel it's wearing out a little bit, shoulders are tired, then you definitely need to just check on your form a little bit more. Again, 1 more minute. Let's rest it out. 1 more minute. This one feels great, especially finishing off legs. Always feels good. Get rid of that leg workout and just enjoying now finishing off on those triceps. So always brilliant when you're focusing on your arms, especially the triceps. And the little tip there when you're working your triceps is the main exercise when you're thinking about making your arms bigger. So when you want to get that size and increase the width in your arm, it's the tricep head that actually creates that. The biceps generally get a little bit bigger when you do bicep workouts, but that doesn't necessarily make your biceps bigger. They tend to shape out your biceps, so create a nice ball effect bicep, but it's the triceps that will increase the actual width and the size of the arm. Ready again? All right, complete that 3 sets. Gonna move into the last one. So taking a minute rest, finishing on triceps again. This is gonna be a close grip press. So taking it into a body weight exercise. This is a brilliant exercise to do, and your body weight is enough to get a great overload into working the triceps with this exercise. So you don't necessarily need any weight. The best exercise is body weight on your triceps. And 4, now the level of strength that you may have, especially after doing those, triceps are a little bit worn out, a bit sore, fatigued. So for that reason, you might not have enough strength to go ahead and do the full close grip press. So you're gonna have to go on your knees. So I wanna show you how you can change this up on your knees. And the form, again, is very important, where your hip placement is, especially when you're doing it on your knees. So you're distributing the weight in the right place. So let's go ahead for that 1 minute. Right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start on the knees. Show you the form. So if you go into a full push-up position, make sure your hands are together, so you got your thumb and your finger here touching together to get that diamond shape here. Go to a full push-up position, get the palms line with the chest, then drop the knees down. Lock your feet if you need to. You wanna drop forward. You're gonna bring your chest down to your hands, touch that chin to the ground, and then drive through, pushing up. So get your whole body weight distributed all the way towards your hands, and it's gonna give you the most engagement through your triceps. So you're gonna try avoid having your hips back, so you're not doing this and have that huge gap in between your stomach here and the floor, because that's just gonna take away a lot of the weight distribution, and it's more on the hips. So you want to drop your whole weight forward, push through. Again, making sure exercise is slow and controlled. You want to engage the maximum amount of triceps. This exercise also engages your chest as well, so you're going to find a lot of part of the inside and the center end of your chest working. Also a good way just to add and activate some chest in the workout as well. And that's it. We're going to take that minute for 30 seconds to go, and then we're going in for our second set, and I'll be moving into the full close grip, and also show you another way where you can actually go into the close grip, and as you start to fatigue to the point that you can't get any more reps in, so in that 1 minute work time you can't get any more reps in, the only thing you need to do is drop back down to the knees so you can continue to push through. You don't have to have your feet all the way up if the muscle can't take anymore. So let's go ahead. So I'm going to start with a full position of the close grip press. Dropping the knees down to get the final reps. All right, so take that rest. 1 last set to go, and that's gonna be the end of this 30-minute workout routine. So you're gonna have a good pump. Mostly now you're just gonna feel it partially around your chest here, and then through your arms. Your legs will be pretty comfortably relaxed at this point now, because they've had enough time to recuperate from what we did at the beginning. But it's close to the end, and in 30 seconds, finishing off that last set. So the most important part is going to be after this is what you eat, how much you eat, getting those surplus calories in your diet. So here, after 30 minutes, gives you enough time in your day to make sure you can add an extra meal if required. Let's go in for the last one. Guys, that brings us to the end of the workout. Hope you enjoyed today's workout. That was legs and triceps. Hopefully feeling good overall. Make sure you click the like button if you did like today's workout. Also comment down anything you like to do in the description down below and how you actually got on with this workout today. And most importantly now, once you finish, you got to make sure you go and make up those meals. Make sure you make up those calories. Remember, you need to eat a surplus amount and you don't want to overwork yourself. So don't be training too many times in the week. 4 days is sufficient enough to make sure that you're working every single muscle group and make sure they're only around about 30 minutes. That is sufficient enough to break muscle down. And then all you need to do is focus on the repair and the size, and you have to work towards that surplus calories. If you're really finding it difficult to get that eating plan right and you're eating a lot, you're doing these workouts and you're not finding that your weight gain is coming on, well, make sure you check out the link down below, which I'll leave for my support coaching. So one-on-one coaching directly with me, and I'll be able to give you the tips and the tricks to basically help you along your way and give you the support and go you through exactly what I did to pack on that muscle mass. As always, I'm going to drop a link down below for any of the equipment that I've been using and also some good quality recommendations if you're trying to work on a budget. That is it for today's video. If you have an overview of the next workout and also the previous workouts, if you missed any, make sure you check out some of these thumbnails here. Click those and get an overview of the previous or what you have to come next for your next workout. So that's it, guys. You'll be working out with Hydrochana, helping you with muscle and staying the course of increasing your muscle growth. So you know what to do, guys. Make sure you keep motivated. Stay strong.